Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of my bit. Now if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I'm an avid follower of Attack on Titan or Shingeki no Kyojin. It's a really great series both in anime form or in manga form, and I've been just looking for a time to do another impressions video. I did a review a bit ago, quite a while ago now actually, of the first 5 episodes, but now we are quite far into the series. We are up to episode 13.5. Probably wondering, what is that 0.5 for? Now, I was waiting for a time where I would have some really strong feelings about the series, where I would be able to build up a lot of theories and I would be able to build up a lot of impressions and opinions on the series thus far. And this is actually the perfect point to do something like that. So I'm just going to assume at this point that all of you have seen each episode thus far. I'm not going to cover anything in the manga because I know some of you haven't really covered that. So I'm going to skip ahead. If you really want to find out what's happening earlier on, I would probably skip this video and I would go to my episodes 1 through 5 review. I just don't want to offer any spoilers for any of you who might not have seen the series and then get mad at me. So we've gotten a taste of Eren's Titan ability. Twice now actually. There's been 2 times where we've seen, one where he was able to control it, one where he wasn't. Now the military is obviously in conflict with him right now and they don't know whether he is an ally or if he's just another enemy, just like any other Titan. Now, you know, Eren he clearly can't control his Titan powers. And we don't know very much about it. We know that his father has something to do with it and that Eren needs to go to the basement of his crumbled home to find out the secret behind it and find out what this injection is that Eren was infused with, and possibly more people were infused with as well. That's what I'm thinking. Now, it's one of those things where at this point the humans are just as fearsome as the Titans, and this is being hinted on so much in the series, that really the people that you're living with in this colony can be your enemies just as much. They could be just as willing to kill out of fear, or you know, out of wanting this false sense of freedom. So I find that really interesting, and I really like how there is this conflict between Eren and the military and trying to figure out exactly what he is and whether or not he should be trusted. Now, in terms of production, I think Wit Studios, who's producing the anime, is doing a really amazing job, and they are really translating the manga well, because in the manga obviously you can't see the action in the way that you can the anime. It's very fast-paced, especially with the 3D maneuver gear, and it really encapsulates that tension. It's really great. I love the bold lines. I do have some problems with it, however. I'm not a fan of all this Japanese pop music. I think that the main theme song for Attack on Titan, as well as the outro as well, I think that they're very fitting for the anime. I think that they're very fitting. I think that I don't remember the names of the songs, unfortunately, but I think that the intro, it really encapsulates that struggle. It feels like the anime. It feels true to it. And then the outro is a much more emotional, just a much more sensitive, more human song. Just in tone, like you can just hear it. You know, of course the lyrics to a lot of Japanese anime intros and outros don't really make the most sense, but it's I don't know, there's something in the tone that really gets it. However, the pop music that's being played during battles is happening more and more as the anime is becoming more popular, and it's just not really, hey, my cat wants to be on camera. Hey baby. Hey baby. Yeah. Okay. So the pop music that's been playing is just, I don't know, it has nothing to do with it. It has no feel. It doesn't really help the tension in any way. It doesn't feel any different. So I'm not really sure why they think it's a good idea to put this in. I mean, the anime is very popular, so they clearly want to put popular music in, but is it necessary? I don't really think so. Now, another thing that kind of upset me was the episode 13.5. Now, as it probably sounds, I thought this was going to be a filler episode, right? And that's fine if we're going to learn a bit more about the past of Eren or Mikasa. That's totally cool. I'm fine with that if it has to do with the actual series and isn't just being added on and isn't even part of the manga, or maybe it's part of the manga later on and we're not aware. There's been some ordering things between the manga and the anime that have changed. Very slight though. But episode 13.5 wasn't even filler. It was a giant recap episode. And considering we're not that far into the series, I find that really strange. Like, I don't see how 13.5 can be a good episode for people who've never watched the series. Like, you can't watch this as an abridged episode and be like, I've never watched Attack on Titan, so I'm gonna watch this so I can catch up, because there's some huge skips going on and it wouldn't make any sense. Like, there was a part where Eren transformed into the Titan and then it went on like way further, and it makes it seem like during his first transformation that he went berserk. So with that said, I understand Wit Studios wants to take a break. I'm sure they're really tired. They've been working really hard on these episodes and they've been airing weekly. That's really awesome. And I know the series is going to go back to normal, but it wouldn't be a problem to just, I don't know, just not air an episode. I don't think anyone would get really that upset if they just didn't air something, because instead all they did was took clips from earlier in the series and then just manipulated them. They just put them together into one episode. Really didn't need that. I am happy, however, that they didn't put new content at the very end. I hate it when animes do that, because it's just not fair. There's a point where you're like, okay, I've seen all this, why do I need to watch this? And then you skip the episode and go to the next one and you find out you missed something at the end of the last episode. That sucks. That sucks. So thank you for not doing that. I appreciate that. Like I said, I know you guys are taking a break. You have been working so hard. There are definitely changes I want to see. I don't want any more pop music. I don't want any more of this pop music. And I don't want to see any more recap episodes like this. We already get huge recaps as is in each episode. You can't deny that. Every episode, we get like 5-minute recaps at the beginning of the episode prior. And it's like, I think I've already seen this. I'm pretty sure. I know all these lines. It's not even cutting. It's just showing like full scenes. It's crazy. So they really, you know, no anime is perfect, and this is an example of that. It's a very slight example in my opinion, but it's still an example where they don't need to be doing that. I know they're trying to cut corners, obviously, so they can make the actual episode with the new content shorter. It is a very slow-paced anime, after all. However, I don't think those changes necessarily need to be made. I don't think we need those kinds of recaps. Now, I did want to talk about some theories. Definitely have some theories. Quite a few friends of mine have talked about different ideas and like how these titans existed and why they exist and why they're doing the mindless things that they're doing. Now, I talked with enough people now that I definitely formulated a really strong theory. One of my friends in particular, he really opened up my mind to this. Now, this has to do with this has to do with all the titans, but this has to do with the more intellectual titans as well. Now, I always had the theory that the more intellectual titans, this could include the armored titan in the first 5 episodes, I don't remember, but he breaks through the wall. And then there's the insanely tall titan. There's that, I guess you could call him an intellectual titan, I'm not sure, but so far we've only seen 3. So that's Eren, that's the armored titan, and that giant titan. Now, my theory is that these titans do have humans in them, that they may or may not be able to get out of the titans. They might not be aware of anything. I'm assuming they're not. Someone has to be really, really dirty to be able to hide a secret that good, right? But a friend actually brought up a really good insight, actually, where he was saying, well, what if there's a person in every single titan? Now, when you see Eren in the Titan, you see him kind of being absorbed into the Titan, right? So the theory goes that eventually what happens is what if a human gets stuck in a Titan for too long? It gets absorbed and you start losing your humanity more and more and more. And then you become one of these animalistic Titans. These Titans that they have no humanity left in them. I feel like these intellectual Titans definitely have something. They're definitely smart. They know what they're doing, whereas these other ones are just very mindless. They don't exactly have that. They need some sort of a leader, right? So this really opened up my mind, and this really made me think about the fact that maybe all of these Titans have people in them. Some of them are totally absorbed and there's no saving them. And then there's some that are still around, that can still live their normal lives without maybe knowing exactly what's going on. So I think that wraps things up. I really hope you enjoyed, I'm hoping you enjoyed my impressions and my theory as well. Please, if you have your own theories, if you have anything you'd like to say, please leave it in the comments below. I always love having conversations with all of you, so please engage me. I want to be inspired, and I want to see your thoughts, you know? Like I want to see all the different viewpoints of this anime. This anime is really, really important to me. It's important to a lot of people, and it's cool to see different viewpoints. So if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Now I also wanted to say, if you are on Facebook, I just started a fan page. Finally. It's taken forever. I've been linking to my personal page for how long now? Right? So I finally have a fan page up. Please check it out. Please like me if you want. If you like my videos, I would really, really, really appreciate that. But yeah, so hope you enjoyed. Have an awesome day. Peace.